is Captain Tebow together today. And then Logan is back here as well. He's my deckhand. Well, how many of you guys have been on a Hellgate trip before? Nice. Most of you figured out your seat cushion. It's the first part. So we're on the 2-hour scenic cruise. I just filled it up. 36-mile round trip down Hellgate Canyon and back. And today we are riding aboard the Blue Heron. That's the name of our boat. It's named after one of the birds we'll see down there. This is a 36-foot all aluminum welded vessel made right here in Grants Pass. Hellgate's been building their own ever since the beginning. And if you've never been on a jet boat before, they're really incredible crafts. So right now we need about 2 feet of water for clearance. Once we get going, we only need about 7 inches to travel. It's extremely shallow. Too shallow to stop in some places. Although we'll try to stop for us if we're checking out wildlife. But for your safety, guys, I need you to stay seated while we're moving quickly. Right now, it's fine if you want to stand up and look around or even just stretch your legs. That's totally fine. Whenever we're moving slow like this, yeah, go wild, help yourself. But when we're moving fast, I need you to stay seated. So this is a U.S. Coast Guard inspected vessel. We have life jackets for everybody on board. They're looking at your feet. You're not required to wear one, but you are welcome to. You see your captain putting one on, you probably want to put one on. And then, except for you guys in the very front row, you guys are a crumple zone, so we don't really bother bringing them for you. Oh, they turned around. No, I'm just joking. They're right behind you if you do. There's enough for everybody. And then a couple other company policies. No smoking, no vaping, no alcohol on board. And we're going to be moving quickly, guys. We got 3 engines back here in the motor room. Those are the Ford Raptor motors, the 6.2 liter V8s. So about 400 horsepower each, 1,200 total. So we're talking, you know, speed's about 35 miles an hour. It's gonna get windy when we get going. And so watch your hats, you guys. Everybody likes to eat hats. I lost my hat on my first Hellgate trip. And unfortunately, we can't go looking my way. So, unless they happen to be small children. That's the only thing we're gonna turn back for. Okay. But yeah, click that hat down or turn it around backwards, strap it down. Jacket compartment, that's your best bet at this point. And when we leave town here, we're going to have a photographer. They're going to take a picture of us on the boat. They are on the bridge. That's the Caveman Bridge, the triple arch one. So I'll remind you guys just to give a wave up there. And you all look pretty ready. Just one little piece of advice. This is for all the ladies out there. So ladies, right now this is the best that your hair is gonna look. You'll see what I mean here in just a minute.
What about my eyebrows?
Give a wave, you guys.
A little wet, Celia.
Alright, guys.
Yeah. Okay. My mascara
we have this little slow zone right at the bottom. We'll talk to you about having fun with the boat because we like to spin the boat. So, okay, you guys. But there's a lot of history if you want to go down some rabbit holes learning more about it. This part of the, you know, the Rogue Valley is really one of the last wild places that they settled. On the left, here, this is my house, you guys. Everyone always just laughs. But it is actually a private house. It's not a lodge. It's nicer than else we have out here though. But we are done at the flat park, you guys, so we can talk about spinning the boats. If you don't know, we spin the boats. They're super fun, all right? They're good kind. I'm gonna come on the mic and warn you guys beforehand. And then you guys in the very front, you get most of the G-forces, okay? So you're the only ones with the handlebar. So I'm gonna tell you to hold on. So death grip on the handlebar. And then everybody else, you can hold the seat back in front of you or the seat back that you're sitting on. However you feel more secure. Alright guys, you guys see the eagle's nest up there?
Yeah.
On top of that cottonwood tree there's a big old eagle's nest. About 15 feet down from the top.
You see the eagle right there?
That's the only eagle's nest we know you can see. Oh, there's an eagle over there. Look at that. He's in the shadows. See the bald eagle? On the branch?
Over here.
Tucked up in there. It's kind of hard to see. Those leaves are hiding him pretty good.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh, that's a full-grown adult bird.
Oh yeah.
There's an eagle over there.
About halfway down the tree. This one? You can't do it.
So they built these nests, and so that's where they sleep. These guys are year-round birds. They don't migrate. Quick side. For some weird reason, they keep adding sticks to their nest until their nest will get too heavy, it'll fall right out of the tree. The largest eagle's nest they ever measured weighed over 2,000 pounds. So I don't know why they keep bringing sticks home, but obviously these birds have a problem. Hoarders.
Oh guys, look! There's a ball up there.
You guys see him? There, Mr. Eagle. We spend a lot of time in the winter making these animatronic eagles. They're so lifelike. We were really happy to have them. Every once in a while though, some of these birds still will get sick, you guys, and that's unfortunate because then you have an ill eagle. Some of you got stuck up. Pretty big bird, about 5 to 5.5 foot wingspan on him. They live about 25 years in the wild. They do mate for life. They're not too big.
Having fun? That one was heavy. That one was heavy. What happened, Montez? You get all wet?
This is one of my favorite. Family. They're some of my favorite animals. Favorite river critter. There they are. So those are also called the sea hawk, the fish hawk, and the river hawk. They're all the same bird. And they're found all over the world. They mate for life. They're going to live about 17 years in the wild. So they built those nests, and these birds migrate. They go down to Mexico and Central America and then come back for our summers.
Did these kids get washed out by the flood in
97, not quite. So 97 was like the third biggest flood we had. And if you go back, there's actually photos from 1964.
Oh wow.
So this bridge was, the only bridge here back then. There's photos of this bridge. The 64 flood was really bad. It was washing houses down the river at that point. So there's photos of houses crashing into this bridge because the river level was at the bottom of this green bridge. It was touching this bridge. It's actually pretty crazy the bridge survived the flood. But the little osprey, they only eat fish they catch out of the river. And when they hatch, those little osprey chicks are about the size of a quarter. Within 6 weeks' time, they're full-grown adult bird size. So like a 4-foot wingspan. And at that point, they know how to fly and hunt, and they leave the nest. They're off on their own for good. So for all you parents out there, pay attention. Got an empty nest at 6 weeks. That's a pretty intelligent bird. So those little baby birds, they're just learning how to fly right now. We've been watching them all season. So they are ready to go. Like the bald eagle, both the male and female are the same colors. And then one other little known fact that both the eagle and the osprey have in common is they're actually both religious birds. You guys know how I know?
No.
Because they're birds of prey. Welcome to Hellgate Canyon, you guys. All these rocks in here, these are all called greenstone, like the color. And this stuff is super old. Some of the oldest rock in Oregon. About 300 million years, give or take 100. And then this all started out just like the Hawaiian Islands are today. So this was an ancient volcanic island chain, and in a distant ocean, and then eventually these islands, they got brought under the surface of the earth. And this is all metamorphic rock, so it's been heated and pressurized and basically cooked. And when that happened, it changed from the lava rock to this greenstone. And then eventually it got brought back up to the surface. And then the river went to work chewing a path down through here. So, mostly just flooding, high water flood event, tons of water. Remember, Back up there at the bridge, the river was touching the bridge. During the 64 flood down here, you look up on your right, you see the guardrail at the top of the green hillside. Well, that's the highway. The old highway was about 10 feet below that, because the Rogue River flooded that highway. It covered it for 2 days straight. So it would have been really impressive to see that down here. The deepest spot they measured was about 97 feet, but it's filled in over the years. It's a lot of gravel, and so most of it now averages about 40. Hollywood movies in here. The River Wild was the most recent one. Was it Meryl Streep? Yeah, I know, it's not even recent at all. Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon, John C. Reilly. And then there's a classic old Western movie, Rooster Cogburn, 1975. John Wayne and Katharine Hepburn played the drunk old sheriff. So if you went home and watched either of those, you'd recognize scenes from down in here.
There's a dog.
And then if you went just another mile down around the corner, you'd see Indian Mary Park.
Topless?
Yeah, she's naked.
Nice. I think I got that. And if not, here we come around.
Oh no, she's got pants.
But she is topless. Nice.
Look that way.
Nice, right. Property in Providence, New York. And it was owned by a little company called Pacific Power and Electric. So they wanted to build a hydroelectric dam right here. They're going to put it up at the narrow spot. And they were full steam ahead with those plans. If they would have done that, it would have flooded the river all the way up to the Applegate and then even further, depending how tall they built the dam. So, yeah, imagine we'd be staring at a concrete wall and then everything behind us would be underwater. But what happened was in '68 they passed the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act, so they weren't allowed to finish that project. And then they turned around and donated it to the county, so that's the only reason we have Hellgate down here still. spun out, or you want a couple extra spins?
Yeah, more.
Do it double. Do it double.
I want spin.
We're going to do a couple more. A little too low for us for a double spin. Hey you guys, welcome back to town. Right on. Well, thank y'all for coming out. Perfect day for it. And so as soon as I can, I'll get us pulled up over there to the dock. Just sit tight until I give you the all clear to start offloading. And if you wanted to go and check out the photo that they took of us leaving town, that's up there at the office where they checked you in. Sometimes those are pretty funny to look at. And as always, guys, if you had a great trip and if you feel so inclined, gratuities are welcome. Lastly, when you go to step off the boat, make sure you take your time and double check, make sure you have all your items that you came on board with. Sometimes things can get lost or just do yourself a favor, make sure you have everything. That's about it, guys. Maybe we'll see some of you out here again this summer. But if not, then take care and have a great rest of your summer.